Welcome back to the channel, man. Crypto Tro. I am Crypto Tro, bringing you the latest and the greatest in cryptocurrencies. And today, it's a major announcement happening, man. That's right. DeFi Kingdoms has something major dropping, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Kingdom Studios, man. Going into depth why DeFi Kingdoms decided to drop Kingdom Studios. And also, we're going to go over the price and just a couple of little updates from the AMA from yesterday, man. So we're going to talk about all of that. But before we do, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, all the real ones who continue to tune in, like the videos, share it with friends and family. I just appreciate it. And also, I got to tell you this, I am not a financial advisor, man, whatsoever. So everything that I'm saying is just my personal take, my personal opinion, and what I personally invest in. So if you want or decide to invest, make sure you consult with the financial advisor and know why you are investing in a project, man. So enough of that. Let's get into it. DeFi Kingdoms, let's go. So you already know Deck Screener is one of my favorite websites to use. So right now we're on Deck Screener and we are on the Harmony One's blockchain. And we can see right now, as of right now, Jewel is the #1 project being traded on the blockchain as of right now. So we see right now it's 246 transactions with 180K in volume with the Jewel and USDC pair. So let's just click on that and let's just look at the chart, man. So I always like to say this, I am not a technical analysis guy, but I do like to look at the chart and just see what's going on. So right now we can see we really like in consolidation right here. We've been in consolidation since, the beginning of yesterday. So it's really just consolidating right now. But we see once we zoom out, I always say zoom out, man. We see we're on a major dip. I'm gonna go to that 4-hour chart and you can see we're on a major dip from the highs in January. But I always tell people this, man, if you haven't started investing in DeFi Kingdoms, now is the perfect time. You can see we just been consolidating for this past really month, man. Just been staying in that same range, that $5 to, that $4 to $6 range. So we just been consolidating right now, but it's so much news that's dropping. We know the DeFi Kingdoms blockchain is coming, DFK chain is coming. Then with the new announced Kingdom Studios, and then with all of the heroes returning from PJ, it's just so much bullish and utility that's going to happen with Jewel. And I'm going to talk about more about the utility more so later on in the video. But I just wanted to let everybody know this is really a good price to get in because look at that crazy drop, man. We was up in the 20s, but now we're at $4. But that's okay because that's a part of crypto. You got to understand crypto is super volatile. So that means the drops might be very big, but the gains will and the bull run we build will be big too, in my opinion. So that's just looking at that, man. Look at the chart, just giving you a perspective about that. But let's go, man, to the DeFi Kingdom special announcement and mini M or AMA. So I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'm just going to read the major news. And also I'm going to go over a couple of points that I find interesting. So Frisky Fox announcement. So Frisky said, welcome everyone. This is a special announcement, not a traditional AMA like we typically do from this stage. It's a special thing we haven't done before. We want to share with the community first. We have some tweets and other collateral to be sent out as well. It's been a big day. We had the PJ return, quite a sage. Heroes paving the way to Christabel. Their sacrifices opened the way to have Christabel coming March 30th. So we know Christabel is coming, the pretty much DeFi Kingdoms on Avalanche, and it's coming with its own chain. So as a part of that, we are also doing a blockchain DFK chain. Not only are we creating the largest and most fun blockchain game, but we are creating a blockchain itself, which is amazing. We will have extra utility for Jewel to be used as gas, so another piece of utility. All of these things blow my mind on how we are committed to staying on the cutting edge. We aren't playing catch up. We are always innovating As we start to add these additional responsibilities onto our plate, it's becoming more and more apparent that we are needing an entity to represent the team and our relationship with the project. To that end, we are pleased to announce the creation of Kingdom Studios. Our team has been operating with the Kingdom Studios email that allows us to stay more cohesive as a team, as well as several other items that are helpful. So this is the pretty much the announcement from Frisky. I'm not going to read that. You can go over it in depth if you want to read that. But I'm just going to say Kingdom Studios is similar to other blockchains where you can have an ecosystem being built and you have a studio and team built around that to help the progress, the timeline of that ecosystem. We are Kingdom Studios. It's the same team members. We are committed to the long term of this, and this is a big step towards the staying power of this project. So just wanted to read that. And the AMA is kind of long, man, but some things I wanted to share is 45% of heroes survive the PJ, man. I talked about the PJ. You can check out that video. It was just pretty much going on a journey to Crystal Vale. And if you came back, you got rewards. If you lost, you got rewards. So it's kind of a win-win. Of course, you're not going to get your hero back if you sent them and they were lost. Then they're lost forever. I personally didn't send any heroes, but it was a lot of rewards that were given out, man. And that's what some things I want to share. So I want to go over to Savage Punch. Savage Punch is pretty much the person who writes all of the transcripts for the AMAs, man. So shout out to Savage Punch. Go follow them on Twitter. I'll follow them, and make sure you go click on that Medium, the link in the bio. This is where you can access all of your transcripts for the AMAs. But some things that I found interesting is one thing was the Quest Fund sent out 400K in rewards, man. So 400K in rewards from the PJ. So that's something major. Just all of those rewards that were given out for people participating in the journey. That's major. Then something else he gave, or Frisky gave, an update on the land tournament. So I'm not going to read this in its entirety, but you can check it out and just see how the land tournaments will work if that's something you are interested in. Then we talk about how Comeback will be working. So right now they're working on the fundamentals of Comeback, and people were asking specifics about the stats, and they said that Dex is more of an accuracy stat, and you still be able to modify certain attacks for certain heroes though. So they went in depth about a lot of different stats. You might want to go check out that AMA. Like I said, it's so in depth that I don't want to read that, make this video like super long, but you can always go and check it out. Matter of fact, I'm going to just put the link in the description so you can check out that AMA in its entirety. And last but not least, something else I found very interesting. They said we just appointed an internal task force, not something we normally announce, but we appointed this strike team to build out more mini games within the game. It will also include things like Easter eggs, lore, and content, more things between the major milestone features so that we can make the small things more and more fun. So there's going to be something to look out to as well, because before Comeback comes, we still want to have fun in the game, and just having more and more things to do within the game makes it more interesting and keeps people on the platform itself. So that's actually very bullish in my eyes, because if you can keep somebody on the platform, the longer you can keep them on there, the more and more the network will grow. They will share it with friends and family and just tell them how interesting this game is, and you can also make some type of money while playing it. So those are the things that I found that were very interesting from the AMA. But like I said, you can check it out. It was a lot of stuff in there, man. It was just too much stuff to pinpoint, but it's always good to go back and check it. So last but not least, I wanted to show on the docs, man, some of the advantages of the DFK chain. So I told you Jewel is going to have so much utility when the DFK chain drops. And these are the things that I believe will be significant in the future. So the DFK chain will use Jewel for gas, and this adds additional utility to our power token and simplifies life for players so that so that they don't have to hold a second token just to use for gas. So also, Joule for gas means that we can better control gas prices. This mechanism will allow us to ensure greater stability in the network and keep fees as low as possible for our users. Also, we already know on Harmony One, we have some RPC issues. Well, the DFK chain will only handle DeFi Kingdom transactions on RPCs managed by Ava Labs and Poke, with more nodes to come. That means that block speed and transaction finality are not at the whim of the blockchain as a whole, giving us more control over user experience. So that's something major as well, gives you more control and is faster, and it makes the game playable and enjoyable because you can play it without having to wait so long for the transactions to go through. So gas fees are collected by a smart contract and then distributed as follows. So a portion will be given to the designated wallets of validators, a portion will be burnt, and a portion will be sent to the Quest Fund to reward our community and players. So let's just stop there right there. 2 out of 3 things will, well, really all of them will, but 2 out of 3 things will directly help the players and the appreciation of Joule, just because one, if Joule is being burnt, then this takes Joule out of circulation forever, and it just pretty much creates scarcity for Joule. And then 2, with the Quest Fund, if you're playing the game when you're using gas, it's pretty much like you're paying yourself, because some of it goes back to the Quest Fund when you do quests. When you pay gas fees, it's pretty much like you're paying the gas fees but getting it back in certain way, man. So major. Then we see bridge, get Joule, and gas. So a protocol is in place to automatically exchange Joule bridge onto the DFK chain for the native gas token. No special action is needed on the part of the players to handle this. The implementation of the DFK chain does not impact the total cap of Joule. There's also an option to wrap Joule if needed in Crystal Veil. So those are just some things that I believe makes Joule super bullish moving forward, because just having that DFK chain moving and working by itself on its own blockchain makes the game smooth, and also with less headache, without trying to figure out like I'm gonna have to use another token for gas, but I can just use Joule for gas. So all in all, I'm still super bullish on DeFi Kingdoms and Kingdoms Studios, man. The DFK chain is coming. It's crazy because I've seen DeFi Kingdoms from the beginning and it's grown so much, but it has so much more room to grow. So that's my video for today, man. Just telling you, give me an update on DeFi Kingdoms and the Kingdom Studios that was just announced yesterday at the AMA that I am super bullish on, man. So if I added value to you today, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Crypto Tro. That's my video for today. I'm out of here.